பஞ்சு முறுக்கு மந்த்ரா கடலை எண்ணெயில நானே பண்ணுது. ஒரு சேலஞ்ச், உங்களால இந்த மாதிரி முறுக்கு செய்ய முடியுமா? மந்த்ரா கடலை எண்ணெயில முறுக்கு செஞ்சு பாருங்க. ஓகே?
Sir, it was distressing that my honorable friend and minister, Mr. Jayant Chowdhury, initially got up and saying that we shouldn't proceed with this resolution. My impression was that, sir, this is a bipartisan issue.
Honorable Minister, Mr. Jayant Chowdhury.
Honorable Minister, I am talking about you, sir. You have to reply.
So you should pay attention to him, members also.
He was a liberal democrat when he was this side. I don't know what happened to you. You want to shut down the parliament?
Personal.
Yes, sir.
Personal comment.
I object to that statement. Sir, he's John Brittas. He shouldn't be brittle in his comments.
Don't make personal comment and take but Neeraj, I can handle it. Don't make personal.
Okay,
comment.
sir, you won't allow me to pass a compliment with retrospective effect also. Sir, this is a bipartisan issue. My friends in the treasury benches should think that this affects the future of millions of students. Yes. In every mature democracy, there is something called parliamentary outreach. The parliament has to debate, analyze, and understand where the things have gone wrong. I won't fault the intent of the need. The intention would have been good. But the content, the process, of course, there could have been a lot of flaws. And we have been witnessing a lot of flaws now. So it is up to the parliament to analyze and understand how to go about. My friends in the treasury benches always say that the education was brought into the concurrent list because of the 42nd amendment as part of emergency. My request to you is that, see, this 42nd amendment was a byproduct of emergency for which you brought a resolution. Bring a resolution. Whatever may be the byproducts of emergency would be taken back. Yes. Restore this issue. Restore this sector to states. The founding fathers were resolute to keep that education to the domain of states, considering the rich diversity of this nation. Please appreciate that. Sir, there has been a tendency, centralized tendency. For last 10 years, how many competitive exams have come? Manoja was telling about CUT, the fallout of that, NEET, NET. You know what is the status of the NET? The National Eligibility Test and also the NDA, National Testing Agency. I understand that. Hardly 25 permanent employees are there in NTA. Yes. These permanent employees, 25. They are conducting tests for 25 very important exams which affects the future of millions of students. Don't you think that we parliamentarians need to analyze, to understand where we have gone wrong? Shouldn't we correct that? That is why I support the resolution of Mr. Abdullah that this House has the bounden responsibility to understand where we have gone wrong. Sir, I have 3-4 points to say. See, what are the key issues with regard to the NEET? It obliterates the rights of the states to regulate medical education. That's the first point. Second point, it disproportionately favors CBSE students, disadvantaging those from the state boards and economically weaker sections. I would call the government to come forward. Let us analyze. Let us entrust a body to understand the anatomy of the people who have passed the NEET exams. Where are the flaws? And the third aspect, it necessitates costly extra coaching beyond ordinary school education, which is not affordable to the ordinary students. And the fourth point, sir, which has come to the fore, the transparency and security of the centralized examination process have been repeatedly called into question. Sir, there is a series, web series, with regard to the Kota so-called coaching centers. It's an OTT platform. I would request the Honorable Minister that he should watch that series, web series. Now, sir, together with the cabinet minister who is absent. I don't know why he is absent. Sir, there is an alibi that is being brought forward. How can you speak against the Supreme Court verdict? Sir, that is a fish flow. You know why? The NEET was brought in 2013. As Advocate Yalango said, there was a verdict. Then further there was another verdict by the in 2016. The Supreme Court said the government and medical council can go ahead. It was not the decision of the Supreme Court. It merely upheld the decision of the executive. Then what happened, sir? After the verdict of the Supreme Court in 2016, you slept on it for years. Exactly. Only after a NGO went to the Supreme Court again took up the matter. So, were you indulged in contempt of court for these years then? After the verdict in 2016? Again, sir, if at all the ruling party had agreed to all the verdicts of the Supreme Court, I would have naturally consented to their argument. Think about the verdict that came with regard to the election commissioners and the chief election commissioners. They quickly brought forward a bill to circumvent the verdict of the Supreme Court. Conveniently, they take alibi on the Supreme Court verdicts. Sir, I feel this is the right time for us, for this platform, to contemplate in a bipartisan matter. This is not a Congress, this is not opposition treasury bench issue. Exactly. This issue concerns the future of millions of students, crores of people. Let us put together our own thoughts. Let us contemplate, understand what could be the way out of this crisis. There is a serious crisis of credibility. Just to retrieve the situation, the parliament has to exercise its right of parliamentary outreach, understand the issues. So I would earnestly request my friend and honorable minister, let him look at these issues dispassionately. Don't think that you are now other side, so you should look down at this side. Let us sit together and understand how we can go ahead, and I would earnestly support the resolution moved by Mr. Abdullah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. John Brittas.